And we're live with audio.
Yeah.
So good evening, Internet. We are back with another kitchen table. I got to fix something on OBS because I forgot to adjust some stuff around. There we go. And I'll lock that in. So, for anybody that hasn't watched before, Kitchen Table is where the three of us, Knox, Cannon, and myself, all just shoot the shit because this is literally an excuse for us to hang out.
Yeah.
I think that summarizes it, right?
Considering we're all about 3 hours apart from each other.
This is true. But before we really get into it, we are still doing our Extra Life season. They'll go through January 31st. We are still sitting at $1,234 out of our $1,500 goal. Any donations that anyone makes will go to the Children's Miracle Network, which gives money to hospitals such as the one we specifically give to is Batson's or Children's of Mississippi in Jackson. So if you can donate, please do. And we will now go to the podcast because I've gotten the one advertising thing out of the way. So how's everybody doing?
I am all right.
Doing pretty good. Been trying to stretch my brain for the last couple days.
I had a migraine this morning that made me feel like someone decided to hit me between the eyes with a sledgehammer. And just around the time I sent a text to see if we were still good tonight was when I started feeling human. So I've mostly been folding laundry, but I did stain leather today. I got the helmet I've been working on. I've gotten the leather stained. It took. I forgot to send a message to the guy, and he's totally cool with the purple I got, even though it's way darker than I was expecting it to be. So, if you ever get the Febrings purple oiled stain, it is very much it is dark.
It's a very deep violet.
It is. So, and he wants me to paint the edges of it a navy blue. So I have to go back to my Crayola color box and remember which blue is actually navy blue, not the one I usually say is navy blue.
Yeah.
Because there's
I haven't messed with the Feebings dye yet. I've heard it's really good.
The purple Kova color from Tandy was one, too expensive for when I needed to buy it. Two, I couldn't get it in a smaller amount. I had to buy the big bottle. And three, I could get this one way quicker through Amazon. So right now it is all drying out, and I'm realizing exactly how much stitching I'm about to have to do. Because since this is more of a adjustable kind of fold around helmet, it's mostly going to be stitched. So I will not really be able to rivet too much of it.
Yeah.
Also, I'm about to drop a picture in Craft. Yesterday we took Vincent to a evaluation to see if he can, if he does test autistic, which previous doctors have not wanted to say. Mostly because they repeatedly tell us we don't want him to be labeled. But just drop.
We don't want him to be labeled. Yeah, but we kind of need to know.
Kind of need to know because that affects what type of help I need to get my child. But yeah, so what I just dropped into Craft Talk is what is currently sitting in my backyard.
That's formed up.
Yeah. So Kyle's dad is going to be gone a lot of next week, and he wanted to help me get started on this. And I was like, I don't have the roof stuff yet. He's like, oh, we can frame up the walls. But the second the walls go up, I need to get a roof on it like ASAP. Yeah, you do. I don't have the stuff for that. Well, I ain't gonna be here to help later next week. And I'm like, okay. And so I came home and they had framed up my walls. And I had to go buy roofing with my credit card because I wanted to try to get it up there today. But guess what it did last night?
What did you do?
It rained.
It rained.
Ah.
So, I mean, I don't think anything's ruined because it rains on houses in construction all the time. I just know that I have a time window I gotta get this done with. So, we've got 5 of the rafters cut. I need to cut the other 2. And then there's some wonky math that has to be done to get everything in square because it turns out my original shed building is not. So what should have made sense when we put it up, we did not realize was about a ½ inch off, which at first isn't bad, but at the top of an 8-foot wall, it ½ inch extrapolated by 8 feet means I'm about to have to politely ask it to go where I want it to.
I mean, that is a thing.
With a hammer. So, and I'm also going to have to anchor it. I'll have to anchor it to the cinder or to the bricks. So I got all the masonry screws. Yay!
Are you using the tap cons?
Yep. Think it's 3 1/4 or 3 1/2. I'd have to look at what's out in the shed.
Yeah, the Tapcons make short work of mounting into brick and concrete and shit.
So, yeah. I'm about to have over an 11 by 12 foot addition to the shed, probably roofed by the end of this week, and then it'll take me a little bit longer because since I had to go ahead and buy the roof, I'm going to have to pay that down off of the credit card, and then I'll be able to get the house wrap and then start on the really expensive part.
Yeah.
Plywood sheeting for the side, which Mr. Buddy, Kyle's dad, tells me I should definitely get the pressure-treated plywood.
If it's sealed with Tyvek and everything else, then you could potentially go without the pressure treated. However, using pressure treated will definitely extend the life of the whole damn place.
Yeah, it's also going to get painted once I get money for that because again, the color I originally wanted to paint my den/office that was too bright for everybody. French Quarter green is gonna be on the side of that.
Have you thought about putting T111 4x8 panels on it instead of plywood? Because that is exterior rated and you don't have to worry about the high price of that treated plywood.
I do not know what it is you just said. I have not seen that. I've not seen that product.
I will get you a link from Lowe's so you'll know what I'm talking about. And also, since I'm not seeing a door there, memory serves correct, you're going to knock the window out for a doorway?
Yeah, I'm going to do that. And I'm going to buy a door jamb, but not put a door in. Because I don't feel I need a door.
That's what I thought you were doing.
I mean, originally I was going to put a 2x10 and build a frame that way, but I have been informed that that is probably not the best option. I know woodworking as a hobby, and I know how to put shingles and stuff and how to put a 16-inch stud. Other than being unskilled labor on a construction site, I don't know. So I'm getting a crash course in this, and I'm counting it as enjoyable learning. However, my lovely little dog Dewey, I raked up everything, picked up all the dog shit because I knew they were going to do this. What does he do? He goes and drops the largest thing he has ever done in his life, and then the oak tree in my neighbor's yard drops a bunch of leaves down. All three of us found the same pile and destroyed it.
Nice.
Kyle was very lucky he was not holding the ladder when his dad went up it, because his dad noticed it was on his boot and started scraping it on the everything. And Kyle had been holding the ladder before, so it would have been like right next to his face. But I'm going to have enough leftover 2x4 so I'm going to be able to replace the stand on my Ryobi shop saw
Mm-hmm.
and build a sturdier base. Because do y'all have the little job site saw, Kyle, the Ryobi?
Yeah, we have the one with the stand that comes with the stand.
Is it the stand with the wheels, or is it the stand that's just okay? So you got the better model than what I got. I'm gonna have to replace mine because the screws keep coming unloose, and I've lost one.
Mm-hmm.
So now I have a replacement screw that decides it's going to unscrew itself every so often. Emily sent me something. We will look at this later. But I've had to do a makeshift repair on it. And it leaves, like, as long as I keep it in one position, it's not wobbly. But I can tell that I'm on borrowed time. And that little bitty thin flimsy stand's got to go. So once I get done with the addition, whatever extra 2x4s I have are going to go to building a new stand, so I can just, and it'll just be I'm not going to put wheels on it. It's just going to be I need you to stand still outside.
Mm-hmm.
Though on that same note, there's somebody else on YouTube. I can't remember which guy it is I watch, but he got that same job site saw and mounted it on mounted it as part of his giant best ever workbench, which I will always watch the bestest workbench videos because it's always the best for that shop.
Yeah, very, and you'll get that with workbenches and stuff too, where this is the ultimate workbench, or this that ever. Yeah, dude. For you, I ain't got the space, or I have more space, and that small desk that small bench is not going to work for me.
But he bolted one of those to a piece of plywood that can hang on his French cleat system, and also just sits in he has a cubby cut out on the side of the desk for any of these other tools, like also his oscillating sander. So all of a sudden they're just at the right height. And I was like, you don't have a dust collection port on that. How often are you unscrewing the bottom of that to get all the sawdust out? And the answer is a lot. Now he's redesigned it. Because the problem with those little $150, $180 Ryobi shop saws is if you don't have a way for it to shoot it out the bottom, you will burn those things out so quick.
Mm-hmm.
I just sent you a link in Craft Talk. These sheets run about $40 a few some odd cents a piece. 3/4 inch treated plywood's 47. I think the 1/2 inch is 38. But these are structural engineer panels, and they're pre-primed.
Okay, so I know what this is. I just hadn't heard it called. Price difference isn't that much from the plywood, but the pre-primed, and I do like the slats on it.
Yeah, it's a whole lot nicer material, and you don't have to worry about the wood grain from the plywood showing through your paint.
I am bookmarking. Ah, what the? Oh, child snuck up on me. Say hi, Vincent. Say it again. Tell her.
Bye-bye.
Hey, buddy.
Stop touching the microphone. What do you gotta tell everybody?
Thanks. Good night.
Good night. Your mom is
Good
yelling at you.
night.
Go back. Go back. Go run. Flee, child, flee. I heard Emily yelling in the back. My child might be in trouble. He just told her we were having fun.
Yeah, the good thing about those panels too, they've got a lap on the end, so they overlap each other, and you don't have to worry about sealing those joints.
Cool. All right. That is, I appreciate it because I was looking at the range because of the time period I've been looking at building this has gone from $36 to $60 a panel depending on when. 60 being the middle of the bell curve sometime last year. Luckily, everything seems to be dropping again. Because 2x4s in Monroe are back to like $3.
I think I picked some up a week or two ago for like $3.48.
So I consider that mostly normal. I do remember paying like $1 something for 2x4s before, but at the same time, that could have been so long ago that I don't know. Like, the problem with my memory is this was $1.45. Dude, that was 2014 when you paid for that.
Yeah, even still, even with even with supply issues and everything else, starting to resolve, you're still gonna have companies that instead of going back to $3.15 for a 2x4, they'll go, oh well, I mean it was there were $28 before, so $4.50 people will be happy with.
Yeah, not down with the greed, but can't do much about that. Oh, my wife is counting. Little boy is trying to be, he knows Christmas is coming, and he knows that his grandparents from Indiana are coming, and he knows he gets to spend time with Susu and Pawpaw before that.
So he's gonna get all the spoiled.
Well, he's gonna. Initially, I wanted because this is gonna be like the only time that all the grandparents are in the same location at once.
Mm-hmm.
So originally, I was like, "Look, let's all just do Christmas at my house Sunday morning, or Christmas morning,
Mm-hmm.
and Vincent can have everybody here." My family has backed out of that. So we're going to be doing stuff with them in the afternoon and stuff with Emily's family in the morning. I thought I made a reasonable ask. Apparently, I asked too much, but they've already decided what they're doing. So for Vincent to have Christmas with his grandparents, I'll be doing 2 Christmases on Christmas Day.
We used to have to do that, and I hated it. Finally, I put my foot down and told the grandparents, look, y'all don't have little kids at home that have to wait till the evening to open their presents. So you can come to my house and watch them open their presents, or you cannot see them.
Oh, this is the only time this is going to happen, and it is not worth a fight. Because if I do what I really would like to do, it will start a multi-year fight with my family. And
yeah, well, mine was a yearly thing. Every year we had to hit 2 places and do Christmas at home.
So, well, my uncle is not going to come over and do that. My sister and her husband, they're going to go to my uncle's house and do Christmas with him. My parents are going to be staying over there. So I will let them do theirs. Be all sad bow or whatever. And we will have a awesome Christmas with my in-laws. And then after we clean up and everything settles down a little bit, we'll just load up in the car, take their gifts over to my uncle's, or I might drop them off Christmas Eve. and then we'll just go over there in the afternoon and let them open up everything over there.
We always did, and it's kind of it's not like that for my family currently because of reasons. Because it just doesn't work out that way. My mom is an only child, so what we would do is, and my dad has a brother and two sisters. So it's always been Christmas Eve with my dad's family, and Christmas Day is we would go to my grandparents' house and then do the whole thing, and then all that, and like my mom's side of the family would all get together and all that stuff. And as they now that was an older generation, older even than my dad's parents. So once they started passing, it turned into Christmas Eve at my dad's family, and Christmas Day was at our house. And then now that I'm on my own and I have a family of my own, now Christmas Eve is at with my dad's side of the family, and Christmas Day is at my parents' house, and Mish will take the girl go see her parents, or we'll stop in before or after. We'll stop in after everything kind of settles down and everything, or they'll find some time to come and we'll do stuff for Harley and stuff like that.
Well,
Uh,
the big thing for us is Emily's family lives all the way up in Indiana, so
yeah,
usually we would do, like, if we went up there for Thanksgiving, we did Christmas, or they would come down for New Year's and we do Christmas. This year, all of them had off at the right time to come down and actually spend Christmas Day. Now, I kind of expected my mother to raise a stink because she very much says Christmas is at my house. Because for the last several years, ever since they moved to Cleveland, Mississippi, or even when they lived here, we would go Christmas Day to my mom's house. And that was never a big deal for me, but man, this is still not a big deal. It's annoying because it's like, I asked one thing. Y'all can't do it, so whatever. So, still probably a little salty about it, but
I mean, you have the right.
well, the thing is, in-laws and families don't always get along. Some members of both families have rubbed the other side raw, and I'm like, hey, here's the deal.
You can suck it up. You can suck it up for 4 hours.
You can deal with it for the grandkid. And if my sister doesn't want to come over, she doesn't have to. I mean, my family history is who is going to start the fight at Christmas? My sister, my mom, or my dad?
When we're talking about families and get-togethers, you are going to need to be more specific, and with your terminology, because when we're throwing individuals in my family and specifically in Misha's side of the family into it, you have to differentiate between argument and fight.
Okay, argument. That is not a physical altercation. Like, okay, so
that is not because physical altercations are not without the realm of possibility in this situation for me.
So, with my sister and my mother, they are very much passive aggressive Southern to the core. So there's one year, my sister did not buy for my son something my mother told her to buy him. Because she thought it would be such a great gift for Kiki to give him.
Mm-hmm.
So here's my thing. I didn't care. My child already had a billion presents. He doesn't get this one thing he's not going to notice. So my mom repeatedly egged my sister on, and they had both been like pounding mimosas. So I walk in after picking Emily up because she worked Christmas Eve, which is another problem. Like, we always drive up to y'all, but Emily works every Christmas Eve, and then we have to drive 3 hours to Mississippi, so we're not there till like midnight.
Yeah.
So get in, and I walk into this fight, and my dad like is giving me the eyes from across the room of like, I'm over here and nobody's gonna mess with me. They're gonna drag you into this. I cannot and will not save you. Like
I've done everything that I can, and I've done everything that I can, and the only thing I was able to do was save myself. I'm sorry, son.
No, it's not even that. It's like this is about to be stupid. You have been warned. They won't mess with me because I will growl and they will scatter. You, on the other hand, will get drugged into this because you are well-meaning as fuck and a dumbass about it. This one glare carried a whole lot of connotation,
Mm-hmm.
and I missed every last bit of it. So they get into it, and my mom goes to bed and Kelsey goes to bed, and there's doors slammed. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go to bed. But Emily's like, I'm going to watch the rest of this movie with your dad. So I go and get in bed, and I'm like, I'm not leaving this room, because then I hear both of them come back out.
And another thing, nope.
So then Emily
I'm
comes
gonna pull
in.
these blankets up over my head so that I don't, because
this is
horror movies have taught me that if I do that, then the monsters won't find me.
None of this is my problem. So then Emily comes to bed, and she's like, you gotta go brush your teeth. Your breath is terrible. I'm like, I ain't leaving this room.
Suck it up, kid. You're taking this one for the team.
I will roll over and face the other direction. She's like, nope, you're going to go brush your teeth. Go brush your teeth. So she kept on. So I come out, and my mother is standing at the end of the hallway looking like the witch from Left 4 Dead. I'm not even angry. I have no clue what's going on, and I just sidestep. Like, that's all I say to her is, I don't know what's going on. And then I sidestep into the bathroom, brush my teeth. I walk out without making eye contact with anything. There is paint. That's a really good paint right there. That's a nice beige that you painted your entire house. And I go into the room and I look at Emily's like, you almost got me caught up in that fight. I'm sorry. Because she heard my mom think, no, I'm not even that angry. I'm like, shit, the goblin voice is out. Yeah, you are. So, and then the next morning, Kelsey went out, picked up all of her presents, and went back to the bedroom she was in and opened them. She did, and when she got done with that, she walked over. She walked over and literally threw gift cards at each of us, and then went back into the room. Her husband is sitting there going, just around the whole room, like, you know, the sock puppet monkey meme of like with the looking. He's like, well, thank y'all for the Christmas gifts. I guess we will be going. And to me, now it's absolutely hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious. So I'm trying to not do that for this year. However, the unwillingness might result in me saying, yeah, we're just going to do Christmas at my house. And if y'all want to bring presents to them, that's fine. So, but we're not driving to Mississippi. That might be my response to, I asked you one thing, you said no, so apparently it was too much. So I'm not driving to Mississippi every Christmas anymore. So I will start the multi-year fight next year.
Exactly. Like, M's family's coming down, and I got too much shit to do to get into to kick this to light this Molotov cocktail. But I think but they're not going to be here next year, so.
Oh yeah, when my parents talked to me, it's like, well, we don't want him to just be all over us and ignore them. And I'm like, okay, that's actually a valid thought process, because if Pawpaw shows up, that's Vincent's PIC.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all of us are trash when Pawpaw walks in. The only person that gets more love than Pawpaw is the cat that they have named Georgia. If Georgia's in the equation, none of the rest of us matter. This little gray and black striped cat that they picked up, that is all that matters.
I got you a new Christmas catchphrase, Hewitt.
What is that?
You welcome at my house, but the attitude gets checked at the door.
True, but I mean, here's the thing. Am I going to change my sister or my uncle? Absolutely not. But that does not mean I have to be involved with anything after this, because it's like I asked y'all one thing, and apparently that is literally too much. So cool. We'll do it y'all's way this year. Next year, it might just be 3 of us having Christmas together. It won't hurt my feelings, and we can do Christmas with y'all next time you're in town. So
That's a legitimate thing. I shall return directly. I have a pupper that needs to go out. I will still be able to hear.
I can hear the whining of I need to poop.
Yeah, that's one thing I can say about say about her. She is really good at vocally telling you she has to go out.
Nice. Let's see.
So Hewitt is your new addition from the bricks to out to the corner. How far is that?
It is 11 feet long and about 12 feet wide.
So you're looking at 3, 6, about 9 sheets of that
That's what
T111.
That's what I calculated. So,
and you should have enough left over where if you've got any triangular portion that's got to go up between your current existing building and out to the point where the rafters come down, there should be enough excess left over you could fill in those spaces.
I should be able to, because I mean the wall is not quite 8 foot tall. They cut down the 2x4s so that we could get the actual run. So see, someone posted in Brouhaha. Okay, so yeah, we now for Brouhaha have all the, have all the drinks, and Evan will be participating. Oh, but in let's see, in Craft Talk, I don't think the laser can show up, but I've made some Christmas ornaments, Cannon. Yeah,
I saw the picture of your laser where it says another mystery project.
Yeah, I made ornaments for a lot of folks. They had those little like spruce and pine limb cuttings at Michael's, and so I've made ornaments for people.
Okay.
So for family, I made the ones that have like a little nativity set and like are all like something that someone would pay way too much for on a shelf at Hobby Lobby. And then I made the ones for my friends, which my family will not get one of because they would think I'm crazy for them. Because I made ornaments that some of our folks will love.
I have folks find out that I do leather work, and my normie friends find out I do leather work, and they ask me what kind of leather I make, and I said I will make anything short of a saddle. I said, but I mostly do stuff for Renaissance fairs, medieval time period. And they look at me like I am freaking crazy.
I started messing around with wood carving, and it's pretty like printing out what I want, gluing it down to the board, and then like wetting the paper and rubbing off as much as I can just to leave the outline and stuff like that. That went pretty well. I have learned. I horribly need better wood chisels, or wood carving tools, because the ones that I got, because I got a cheap set from Wish, and they work kinda. I was able to sharpen them to a point where they worked. However, during the course after about 5 or 10 minutes, it no longer cuts. It tears through the wood fibers, and when you're doing soft wood like I'm doing currently, it makes it look like garbage.
What
So
about the carving knife I got you last Christmas?
that I'm going that's more for more rounded areas, and would be good if I was doing negative carving, for hogging off large sections of put the design on, leaving the design. That's going to be perfect for when I do something like that, or to give more depth in some areas. What I'm starting with is put design on wood, remove the design, remove the lines. So just like a V, like the V gouge, is primarily what I'm using, for like the little project that I'm doing now. It's just I just need a better quality wood carving tools, to go along with that hook knife that you got me.
Cool. I will say this: the marking knife I got you, I love mine.
I have, and once that V gouge started to tear fibers, I actually switched to that.
I got him a
And
little for his birthday, Cannon. I got him a little Japanese marking knife, which is way bigger than it needs to be, but it's still cool.
yeah, it's the thing is nice. So I ended up switching to that to pre-cut both sides of the line before I came back with to basically cut the fibers on the sides of what I wanted to remove, and then coming back with that V gouge to remove it, because the point was short. It was sharp. The sides were the sides just dull quickly, and that's going to mainly be because of simply because of geometry. But I really want to get a really good set of wood carving set, so that I can start playing around with that more, because that was really simple, and I think it came out okay, only kind of okay, and Mish thought it was awesome. So, very much like the conversation we had about me doing jewelry. Very much a situation of, this was, aside from the technical hiccups I had because of the quality of the tool that I'm using, this is really fucking easy. So it can't be that good. But apparently I am incorrect in that. So
I've been reminded of that a couple times, like with the Space Marine paint job.
Yeah.
Which if y'all check craft, I just got to seal this boy, and I have a salamander painted.
I saw him, and he's pretty dope.
But I'm going to step away real quick, and then my wife shared a link with us, gentlemen, that we will have to look at.
Oh Lord, here we go.
Yeah, it's back.
And Knox, have you considered on your carving tools that you have heating and requenching to harden them, and then try to normalize them?
I thought about it, and I might try that. If it looks like it's going to take longer than a couple of weeks for me to get what I want. Harbor Freight's got a really nice set that I've been eyeballing for a minute. I'm also toying around with the idea of saying, screw the minor leagues, and getting a set of lathe tools, because the V gouge in that thing is really nice. And a lot of the stuff that I'm going to be doing that I'm thinking about doing is relatively angular and not so much runic, but simple circles and a lot of line work. So having that larger working that larger handle, I think may make things a little bit easier. These are literally $2 set of wood carving tools off of Wish. So this is
the micro set of carving tools from Harbor Freight, or the next size up.
I think it's the next size up.
Five in a blister package.
I'm not sure.
That, I've got the 5 in the blister package. That I think they call them the micro kit, and they do pretty well. They hold an edge pretty good.
All right, guys, I've shared 3 links. The first one we will go to, I just shared with y'all. It is the Charming Cabin on Lower Grand River, Bayou Pigeon, Louisiana.
Where'd you share them at?
Toolkits. And I'm about to do a browser capture.
The ones that I was looking at is it's $12. It's the Windsor design carving set. It's 11 pieces. And that's the last few times I've gone in there, I've kind of looked at them. There's a $22. There's also a $14 one that's it's a bunch of the metal is black and everything, and all the chisels like flare out. But that other one that Windsor set looks like it's perfect. It's exactly what I need.
All right, yep. I'm trying to capture this just right. But OBS is wanting to be weird. Okay. Well, so I got to do something different. I can't just do a browser. So I will have to do something else. There we go. Can y'all see this first one? The link I posted, the little cabin.
I'm in it.
Okay, so we're starting off with not bad, and we're going to progressively go down the list.
I mean, that doesn't surprise me.
So picture one's not bad. I like the deck, minus you're gonna bust your ass if you're not paying attention.
I mean, it just rained, and it's gonna be slippery as hell.
No, I'm talking about the 2-board ramp up to where there should be a step.
Ah, yes.
See, and then okay, I'm going to say this. For this one, the fact that you start off with that it is the thing that they are going to broadcast out of the 11 pictures of the place is that we have a really nice deck.
Mm-hmm.
And I will not argue that is nice, but they don't show you the dock at the end of it. It's like it's down there, but we ain't going to take you to it.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll probably get there.
Okay, and then number 4 is not bad.
Clapboarding, but looks like stained clapboarding.
That made it look cedar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, distinct possibility might be cypress.
Board and batten.
Mm-hmm.
The deck is nice. I really like that deck or that patio.
And if you look, the
They got a boat. They
that
got a Yamaha.
that deck's on picture 5. That deck is on over there is right at the left side of the screen door.
Yep, it is very close to the water. Also, that is very close to the tree that is right in front of the patio or the porch. Okay, I'm also interested in the outbuilding behind the Yamaha boat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, number 7. I am already saying this is not rustic. This would be rustique.
Yeah,
with the
very
key.
very open floor plan.
Well, no, I'm just saying
And
we're going to give some accoutrements to make it look old, but you paid dearly. Also, that is a faux frickin' support beam.
yeah,
And is the picture crooked? Or is
which picture?
okay? I'm on number 7. Is the picture crooked? Is it an optical illusion, or is the faux box end to make it look like it's got one big support beam running across? Is that crooked? Like it's a weird. I think there's a weird angle here that is making something not look straight.
I mean, no, that's a. I mean, it's just that's an in cut of cypress.
That faux support beam is probably an electrical and a AC duct chase that
Probably.
they had to add
Probably.
to because they didn't have it in there.
Probably.
And
but
also,
I
it could
figured
very
that-
well.
I'm just saying is, does it not look straight? It looks a little.
It could very well be because of the
angle.
the angle that they took the picture.
If you look at the top joint on the side and just underneath it, it looks the same across.
Mm-hmm. Now, this is something that that I know they are decoration, but you could get a ladder and you could still use them. But when people do that with a hurricane lamp, when all you got to do is get a new wick, and those are still useful. Like those at my grandmother's house, because when we lived there, a couple times we lost power. Those were more useful even than the flashlights I had.
I got like 3 or 4 of them.
Okay. Number 8 is not bad.
Cramp that with the
bed's too big.
them high ass mattresses. I've never understood in these Airbnbs and stuff like that. They got the mattresses higher than a badass.
You got to hop to get in them, even if you're 6 foot.
Yeah.
So you can bend your lady over the bed with her feet on the floor.
Cannon.
Hang on. Let me crank
Just
Cannon
being
up.
honest.
Oh, hold on.
Anywho.
It's a rolly wheel bed. It is a rolly wheel bed, and it's got like the old, like, Mama didn't want you messing up the carpet, like felt on the bottom, but like hard plastic or metal cups. That shit is going to slide everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Same
It's
thing.
also going to mark up the floor so that they can say, hey, you messed up the floor, and also if you're motivated enough, you can make that thing cross the room.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Also, there is a Mish.
Hello, Mish. This floor is. I don't think they're that worried about the floor because that is a vinyl faux wood floor. That's click lock.
I agree. That looks like it.
Now, I'm going to say this. I don't hate the comforter on number 9. I hate the pillows. Because those are the pillows you don't sleep on. Those are the ones you got you take off the bed and put on the floor.
That's the pillows I put under the blanket between my knees.
It's a nice stained glass window, though. Look at that. Or fancy window. It's not stained glass, but...
Yeah, that leaded glass.
But look at the... Okay, the first one has like this fancy wicker basket Lampshade. Look at number 9's light fixture.
It's a light bulb. It's a light bulb.
We gave you this room because we love you less.
This is where the company sleeps because we don't want them to be too comfortable.
Okay, the bathroom's not bad. On number 10. Oh, wait, look at 11. Look at 11.
Ooh.
12-foot tub.
Okay, this one's not bad. This one,
All
like
right,
it says,
hang on. Hang on.
What's with the towel rack?
The towel rack is the legs of an end table.
Huh.
The legs of a chair.
And
Or the legs of
and then they got like little magazine holder stings right next to the tub. Oh, no, those are just little wooden racks. You can't put anything on those.
I love that light fixture though.
I would bang
That's
the
gorgeous.
I'm sorry. I followed Don on Facebook, and he posts the things that he works on. So like vintage and antique lighting fixtures. I'm spoiled to the shit that he does.
This is true, but also that thing to me is okay. It is too high for me to bang my head on it, but if I was to stand up trying to get out that tub, I'd be worried about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just close enough to be like, oh shit. But that is a nice bathroom. Okay, so this one's not bad. This one's not bad. So next we're going to do the New Orleans.
We actually and we still have absolutely no idea what the fucking what the actual pier looks like. We just what the deck looks like. We just seen the pier.
Okay, so next is a New Orleans Central Business District warehouse rustic condo. Rustic and condo don't fucking go together. They don't.
Especially when you look at these pictures.
Okay, so you look at number 1, Cannon. This is
It's a brick wall.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. I'm looking at this. I already don't like this place.
Say, ball.
How
Somebody wrote all over your wingback chairs, partner.
And then, like, this is not rustic at all to me. This is we put rustic on here so we could overcharge you to stay in the most expensive section of New Orleans that's not in the French Quarter.
Yeah, that tracks. Excuse me.
California King bed in one of the bedrooms.
Oh, picture 4. A very close up picture of the throw pillow.
We went to
Number
Pier
2,
1.
that California King bed. That is a modern bed with a milk paint finish.
Yep. And it's probably they didn't even do a great job. This shit came from Pier 1. The pillows, it wants to look like it's a chest on a weird stand for a side table. This is nothing but bougie.
No, this isn't bougie. This is bougie adjacent. This is bootleg bougie.
Okay, I want y'all to. I'm okay. So I'm starting at picture 5, then 6, then 7.
Say, ball.
Then
Make
8.
the bed before you take pictures.
Okay, here's the thing: is like there's 4 pictures in a row that are all awkward angles of the bed. Like number 8 is my favorite. Like I took this picture without knowing, but because the light was just right, I figured we'd put it in the review.
I mean, yeah.
Okay, the bathroom is not rustic, but it's not terrible. It's very sterile, though.
It's too white.
Like, okay, and then there's a picture. Hold on a second.
Super not a fan of the floor tiles continuing to create the shower.
So then it goes from 12 to 13, and we switch bathrooms because there's a completely different tile on the floor and the wall that just looks dirty.
Yeah.
Oh, they do look dirty. They look all runny.
Especially compared to the
and then we switch
stark white that everything else is.
And then we switch back to the other bathroom.
For the artistic shot.
Okay, then we got another California King bed. And on number 17, I don't like this bed because this type of bed, you can't store shit underneath it. I know that's not the point of an Airbnb. I know it's not. But still, I've never liked that frame of bed because I have no storage. And I lost. Am I being weird?
No. However, the what? Okay.
Is there a dead? Is
I
it
have
like there's a
I have
skinned
an observation and a question.
there's a
My
skinned Wookiee on it.
observation. I'm getting there. My observation is I really like what they did with the whole barn doors, using the barn doors to save space. I think that's a really cool idea. Why can't why these people don't know how to make the bed? This is the second bedroom where they just got.
No,
Hang on.
they got stuff
Hang
folded
on.
down. They got stuff folded down, and they just threw the fuzzy
Hang
blanket
on.
on it.
Y'all, that's the same blanket.
Probably.
That's the photo blanket.
That what?
We got
How you gonna use? I've seen those blankets. They're like $8 at Target. How you just gonna get one and just use that one for your fancy photos to take your pictures of your rental property? Man, get out of here with
go to 21 though, and you can see how close this bed is to the pocket door or to the barn door for the bathroom.
I was gonna say that. Like, why is the bed not further over?
Because this is New Orleans. There is no such thing as further over.
There's a whole window. Like, it could be over a little bit.
But you got to have that beautiful.
How you gonna put a king bed in a room that ain't fit for a twin?
Well, that too.
Because you can charge more. Okay, number 24. Just random bad picture of a hallway with art. Just
bad art on top of that.
I mean, I can't tell if it's bad art, Cannon, because it's coming from a weird angle and it's a textured paint. It might be beautiful from the front, but I might never know because 25 doesn't have any of those pictures. But there is a decent kitchen.
It looked like the artist took his palette, licked all the paint off of it and swallowed it, climbed up on a ladder and puked on the canvas.
Cannon, we are okay to the internet. We are not
So
responsible
yes,
for
it
any young
is. So yes,
artists.
it's a French impressionist painting. We get that. So
okay, the kitchen. Okay, guys, I don't hate the kitchen. It's not rustic, but look at everybody. Number 27. Get to 27. It's the best picture.
I love the subway tiles, by the way.
Number 27.
Yeah.
Number 27. We gotta get the best picture ever.
Oh my God.
the Art Nouveau style photo of the Keurig machine.
And if you adjust your attention immediately to the left of the plug on the wall, you'll see that they missed grouting.
Then we got 28 might be better.
Ooh.
Oyster knives. Not even all the way in frame.
That's them cheap ones.
That's because they need to get their depth of field straight on their camera. They're using the wrong lens. They ain't got one with the high enough depth of field stops.
Okay, I bet this is a really long, narrow condo, quote unquote, and that there's one that matches it on the other side of one of these walls.
Yeah.
And if you'll direct your attention to the right at the top of the knife case, you will see that there are more missed grouse joints.
See, y'all. Okay, hold on. Here's another thing I hate. Look at number 31. We got rug on rug.
Oh Jesus Christ! They got a skin rug on top of a floor. We got on top of
a jute rug.
On top of a jute rug, and that's not even a real skin rug. That's fake. They literally look at the table. This shit came from a Pier 1 or a Kirkland's. You can't sit on fucking anything in here. It will die.
And it will be uncomfortable the entire time.
Like having my mother having to explain to me one time when I went into Kirkland's with her that some of this furniture is decorative, and my response is it doesn't serve a point. Then she goes, no, it's good to look at. Chairs are supposed to be sat in.
Mhm.
If you can't sit in the chair and you can only look at the chair is not a chair. It's a weird art piece that is taking up floor space.
That could be better served with a chair.
Okay, we got the okay number 34. We need to download this picture and Photoshop ourselves in, and we have our album cover.
We are going to dominate the adult contemporary charts.
And if we put it in black and white, we could release the same album as a
But
Christian album and probably make money.
And here's what's going to happen. I'm going to be standing facing to the right, in front of that lamp. Hewitt is going to be sitting square in the middle of the couch with his elbows on his knees and his fingers peaked, like we just finished having an argument and both of our feelings are hurt. And Cannon is going to have his fist up on the wall like he's looking out of the window, disappointed in both of us.
Yeah, that is an album cover. That would have been like everything in the 90s.
Like, and me and Hewitt both have the same expression on our face, which is, "I hate that I married you." And then Cannon's face is just pure dejection of this was supposed to be our big break.
We were supposed to have fun on this vacation. Okay, number 38. Just so you know where you are. Number 38.
like the picture Mish just put up of Creed from their first album.
Number 38, y'all. Oh my God, they have 45 pictures, and most of them are nothing more than I think somebody's kid that thought they were being artsy just came in with an iPhone and took. Oh wait, and then we get back to we go back to the other ones. Okay.
And now I'm going to lay down on the floor and I'm going to cock my phone 27 degrees to the right and take a picture of the art on the wall.
All right, and I'm not going to do this because I don't want to throw up any other additional information from this place on online. But Knox, tell me how much this costs a night.
Bruh.
Is it 300 something?
It is $393.
That was my guess.
Okay, you can get 2 really good rooms at like the DoubleTree on Canal for less than that.
You can get a room. You can get a damn good room at the Royal Sonesta on Bourbon in the Quarter for less than that, depending on if there's any events going on.
And let's be honest, you're in New Orleans. You don't need a kitchen.
You can find you an extended stay and rent 3 suites for that price.
I'm just saying, you're in New Orleans.
15 years ago, you put our entire you could put up our entire steampunk community with that much money. Now, don't get me wrong, it would be like a room and 2 closets, and we'd still fit everybody. But still,
I mean, we just have to make sure LeBlanc didn't fall asleep in the parking lot.
Yeah, my record for single hotel room is like 11 people.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We hit 9.
At 9.
We did 9.
Mine is 6.
I had somebody sleeping in the closet and somebody sleeping under the bathroom sinks.
All right, guys, and let's do the last one. It is the one that Emily sent me with the.
I legitimately think she sends these to us.
Well,
as revenge for all of the Africa memes. I'm just saying, because she knows what this is going to do.
I ain't even looked at the pictures yet, But so far, $40 a night, it looks like it's reasonable unless the pictures are just awful.
Okay, so I'm on picture 1 of 17. The first thing I noticed, we got rain barrels.
The rain barrels over what I'm assuming is the shower.
That an outdoor shower.
Yeah.
I'm not opposed to this on principle starting. We got a bench that's deadly. We got a Home Depot picnic bench. We got some type of wash tub up there, and then the plastic trash can that everybody got. All right.
We got to get those because the lid fits on tight, so the raccoons can't get to it.
Oh, dude, it's an outside sink. I'm on number 2. It's an outside sink with the pressure fit trash can lid.
All right.
It's an outside double sink. That means they got hot water on one side, cold on the other.
I'm within. We may be. Well, okay.
I like.
No, they don't.
I like the.
No,
way
they don't.
I got. There's a water hose running to the buckets.
There
There's
it
a water
is.
hose running to the buckets.
There it is.
Oh,
There's a water. There are 2 water hoses. One going off to the porch to connect to that sink, and the other going straight down for the what is now.
And there's a
completely obviously a shower.
The bucket underneath there's a bucket underneath the sink, so now we know how it drains.
Yeah.
Okay. I am loving the wasteland shower over here, though.
Yeah.
Okay. Then we got a really far zoom out. There might be an outhouse. I think there's an outhouse past the picnic table.
That might just be a shed.
Might be. Okay, number 5. Here's the road that you go up that might lead to your death. Oh my God, I love the inside of this. This is a hunting camp that somebody's renting out, y'all.
Fuck yes.
Oh my God, just the exposed OSB and studs. They even put little There's little dragonflies.
They got the dragonfly, and that's a pull string. That's the pull string for the light up. I'm sorry, I gotta switch it. They got the pull string lined up around there for the light for the cabin.
And then we got a TV console that's holding everything.
They
even got the 1970s full sheet linoleum waterproof floor.
Hey, we splurged on the floor.
I like the mismatched chairs.
I like that Mama's rocking chairs there. Hey, I do love Cannon pointed out the linoleum. I love that because we all know that pattern of linoleum.
Mm-hmm.
And let's not forget the Solid Warrior that I am sure is still running. Is the only reason you really have electricity out here is the fridge. The fridge that Indiana Jones survived in.
No, you are absolutely incorrect. Cannon, that's an ice box.
Is that a regular old ice box?
Yeah, that's an ice box.
That's a straight up ice box.
The bottom door where your ice go in it.
I don't see a bottom door on it.
You don't see that hinge door on the bottom?
7.
It ain't got no handle?
Oh,
go to 7.
I'm only on 6. 7. Oh, yeah, you are correct.
That's ice box.
Then we got our little heating stove.
Hell yeah.
See, Emily sent this thinking we'd probably think this is horrible. I'm already loving this place, including Murder Ladder. I love Murder Ladder.
Yeah, there's way more space on that side of the room than I thought.
There's more space in this than there was at the one in New Orleans.
Okay, I love the sleeping accommodations upstairs on number 10.
Hell yeah.
We got an outlet.
Hey, it's insulated.
It is insulated. None of us could stand up though. I love that someone put the floor as pallet boards.
Oh no, that's not a bucket under the sink.
For pallet boards.
Oh, there wasn't a bucket under the sink. There was
no, because it's piped. The drains are piped.
What'd you say, Cannon?
I said them ain't pallet boards on the upstairs floor. They too wide.
They're just recycled.
Yep.
Okay. There is a outside medicine cabinet.
Yeah.
With-
Yeah, on picture number 11,
You are correct.
you will notice that the roof is an add-on because they didn't seal between the board and
Mhm.
batten siding and the top of the roof, so your
Yep.
walls is gonna leak.
Well, the porch is an add-on. The cover of the porch is an add-on. But I would like to
Yeah.
point out picture 12, Hewitt was correct.
That's
It's a two-seater outhouse.
that's a shitting shed.
That's one of them fancy outhouses. Okay, picture 13. It is all worth it.
There's a creek. To be
Go
fair,
yonder by the creek.
nothing in this picture is a deal breaker. I think for any of us other than my
Oh.
wife.
Picture the problem.
Aw.
My problem with picture 14 is that it still has the do not eat spots on it.
It's so cute.
Then there's number 16, cow. So we're near a cow pasture. And number
Fuck that.
17's blurry, and then there's a pheasant.
That's not a pheasant.
Is that a peacock?
That's a peacock. Fuck this.
You're like, fuck this place, there's a peacock?
Yes.
Those things are mean,
Have you-
man.
Have you ever? No, not you have never attempted to sleep somewhere that had peacocks, have you?
No, I've just had to punt them out of the way. Which is
Yeah.
why I got in trouble at our zoo one time.
Them bitches is loud.
I mean, I knew they're loud. I'd never tried to sleep somewhere that had them. But, so obviously,
Get you a guinea hen.
No.
I will pass. I'm still not allowed to have chickens.
We'll give us
The
a
guinea
minute.
fowl is not a chicken. It's a African bird.
Yes,
I like chickens, Diddy.
I understand this. However, here's the deal. Kelsey just moved in next door with Kyle. Like we helped her move down because she got a job down here. She wants chickens. So I might not have to have the chickens in my yard, but if she has chickens, maybe I can buy chickens and combine them with her chickens. So I have a chicken sitter. And I just help feed them.
That's a solution to me.
What'd you say, Mish?
That sounds like a good solution.
I mean, Claire's already said that she would hold chickens for me, but I don't want to be 3 hours away from said chickens. So that was Verbo Hell, and I think that last one was good up until the Peacock for Knox.
Yeah.
So didn't have anything too terrible. The worst one I will say is still the one in New Orleans. Because it's expensive. It's too expensive for what it is. Okay, let's see what is happening here. I got a whole bunch of
Well, that's
messages from
folks that
Topher.
My grandpa always said in the old saying, a fool and his money are easily parted.
True. Oh my God, I love Chris's character. I love Chris's character. I'm not saying anything to y'all. I love this one. This is going to be so good. Oh boy, this is going to be great. I don't know if Chris is going to join in tomorrow night, but we shall see. I can fit this character in fairly easily.
I'm just saying, if a portal opens and he falls in, it's a perfect opportunity to get him back in.
Yes, it is. However, like Chris said, I don't think you'd let me do that, and I was like, oh no,
Yes.
I recommended Old Bells. So let's see.
And Misha's currently cutting up a plastic duck skeleton, a plastic, like a rubber ducky skeleton, and cutting a hole in his head to make a dice tower for herself.
Nice.
That's gonna be cute.
I got a couple dice trays that are glued up. I've made well, they ain't gonna watch this. I've got Claire and Moose a set of matching dice trays
Nice.
Aw.
made out of sycamore. The lacing on it is beautiful. I gotta also make one out of cedar. So, but we have gone over a little bit of an hour. We got Verbo hell out of the way. I'll have to leave y'all alone for that until next year. So,
Yeah, it's a thing.
let's see. Schedule stuff that's coming up. Tomorrow we'll be back with Holy Winds. Thursday we will be doing Tears of Kairos again. Then we will have a investigation check. I think no one's like confirmed the topic or said they were participating, so that might be a free weekend. And then we'll do the same schedule next week or the week after that. But also the big thing is the 17th. We are doing our extra life. So we'll be doing one more big online. Excuse me, I keep wanting to burp. New online RPGs. I'll be running Here We Go a Wrestling, a version of Last Fight Before Christmas. All my players need to come up with goofy names because I have plenty of them, like Randy the Gingerbread Man, Savage.
Cream rises to the top. Yeah.
So stuff like that. And I'm thinking about calling Santa the Million Present Man. I'm just sad that I forgot that that was a different wrestler than Ric Flair, so I can't have
It is.
Santa go woo. Anyway, so I got that. Claire's going to be running Goblin Errands with where we're all going to play goblins that are having to fill in for elves, I think, in Santa's Workshop. And then Spence is doing a Monster of the Week game. So we got all that going on, and we'll be playing Phasmophobia Friday to help raise money. So that's what we got coming up. And our socials, if you see us on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, we are Team Bonus Action. If you go to our website, teambonusaction.com, you can find a link to all our others on Twitch, or not Twitch, but on Twitter, while it still continues to exist, I guess. We are at bonus_team. And since Knox, you are actually here.
Well, we appreciate y'all hanging out with us this evening. Hope we were at least a little entertaining. Until next time, folks, don't let your meatloaf.